So what if we only have 1 hour a week to dedicate to ourselves, to our creativity, to make some fun projects, take a little time to craft, to relax, and just have fun. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited about this new series because me and you are gonna be crafting for 1 hour. So you can work at it 10 minutes at a time, you can work at it in a whole hour, but the point to this is for you to relax, have a little tea, have a little coffee, maybe a glass of wine, and have a great time together doing some crafts. So this is going to be a weekly series. It's gonna come every Friday night. I think I'm gonna schedule these for Friday evenings. That way we can have a Friday crafty night together. So the projects on this series are going to be different each time. We might make a little folio, we might make a cute little mini album, something small, maybe a pop-up card, but it's always going to be quick and easy project that we can get done in an hour. So I also went ahead and created little mini kits. You don't have to get the kits to be part, of course, of this series. You can use whatever you have on your stash. But I was really excited because I'm going to be playing with older collections that I haven't been able to play with before, and I was able to create some little mini kits for those of you who do want to use the same papers that I'm using. What we're going to be making today is a cute little folio. So I'm using one of my mini kits, and this is the Prima collection, Prima Amelia Rose. I can't remember the name, but it is beautiful. Black and pink, as you know, are my favorite color combinations. So we're going to be creating a cute little folio with this, and it's going to be fast and easy, quick and relaxing. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to start by doing the cover. So I'm going to use 3 pieces of lightweight cardstock, and then we're going to use some chipboard as well. So the kit does come with your chipboard pieces also, but so these pieces are cut at 9 by 7, so you need 2 of those, and then 1 piece of 9 by 1.5, and we're gonna wrap these together. So I think we need we need about 3 pieces of paper. So first I'm going to connect these here. So I'm going to add my glue right there and join this together. Okay, and then I'm going to add the next piece here. Okay, and then I'm gonna put that right there, and then we're going to glue these 3 pieces. So I'm just going to add my glue, place this right on the middle, and then we're going to add these 2 pieces. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this as if we are making a mini album. So you're gonna leave a little space in between your chipboard pieces, kind of like that, and then we are going to do this one. Okay, so I'm going to add this one right here, and there you go. Again, leaving that space in between, and then I'm going to cut the extras. And cut this one here. Okay, so then we're going to cut these corners, and for that I have this cute little right angle ruler that was designed by my friend Darlene. So I'm gonna leave her information down below if you guys want to get that. And this little ruler gives you that perfect spacing in between your chipboard and where you need to cut that. So it really helps get that distance right, especially if you are learning still how to make books and you don't know that spacing, this is a really good tool to have. Now I always just do it with my scissors, but you can definitely use your X-Acto knife for that as well. So I'm just going to continue here. Okay, and do this one right there. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut this piece. Okay, and then you're going to just massage your cardstock. I always say massage because I really want to be really gentle as I press down. I always give it, you know, just a little bit more pressure every time I fold it. And then we're going to add the tape. Okay, some double-sided tape here, and cut that out right there with my little score tool. And then we're going to peel off the tape and fold this over. Okay, and then I'm just gonna press down. You're gonna mark here on your bending lines and press down, and then we're going to do the same on the other side. So then we're going to fold here the corners, or just press down and tuck in these little corners before we start folding the sides. Okay, so you want to make sure those corners are not pointing out, and by using the ruler you're gonna get a very nice neat corner fold right there. And then I am going to add my tape right here. Okay, and then we are just going to close this and do the same on this side. Mark, fold, and then we're going to use the tape, and here we go. And then we're gonna take that out and fold this over. So there you go. So now we have the base of our cute little folio, and then I'm going to use this leftover piece that we had there, and I'm going to trim this down to 8 3/4. Okay, so I cut that down to 8 3/4 by 3 inches, and we are going to simply glue this down. Okay, so we're just going to secure that center. Just gonna put that right there, and then we're going to press down here, and I'm going to use my ruler to mark the bending line. So you're gonna feel the top and the bottom, you're gonna feel that little gap line from the bending line, and you're just gonna match those, and same thing on the other one right here. Okay, and there you go. So then you want to wait a little bit for your glue to dry before you fold this, and here we go. So now I'm going to fold this one and this one here, and there you go. We're done with the cover. So now we're going to use heavyweight cardstock, cutting some paper, and then we're gonna build our folio. So for the inside covers here, I'm going to cut 2 pieces of 6 3/4, okay, by 8 3/4. Okay, and then so we need 2 of those, of course. So 8 3/4 by 6 3/4. Okay, and then we're going to build on these two sections before we add it into our book. So I'm going to start with one. So we're going to do a little cutting together, and then we're going to score all at the same time, and that's how this is gonna go. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 pieces. I'm gonna see if I can cut them together. So these 2 pieces are going to be 7. Okay, so let me see here. 7 by 8 3/4. Okay, 7 by 8 3/4. Okay, there we go. This paper cutter is so loud, so I also apologize for that. And then I'm going to do 2 pieces. Let me see if I can get 2. Okay, so this is going to be 6.5, okay, by 8.5. Okay, so this already measures 8.5, so I don't need to cut this piece. So let's start with these 4 pieces. I'm saving all of my scraps because we might use this in a minute. So let me bring my score board here, and let me try to do this like that. Okay, so I'm going to start with the 2 pieces that are 8.5 by 6.5. So for these 2, I am going to score at 1/2 inch. Okay, so that 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Okay, 1/2 and 1. And same thing will be for the next one. 1/2 inch and 1 inch. There we go. And then for the other 2 pieces, which are the 7 by 8 3/4, we are going to score at 1/2 inch also, and at 1 inch. Okay, and same thing for 1/2 inch and 1 inch. And now let's put these together. Okay, so now I'm going to bring one of the pieces that we cut at the beginning for the inside covers, and then I'm going to use these 4 pieces here. So we're going to fold along the score lines. Okay, so we have 2 score lines on each, and I'm going to start with these 2 pieces, and I'm going to add my glue on the 1/2 inch here, and you can use tape for this as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna do glue, and I'm going to line up this to the left. Okay, so there we go. Press down. Then I'm going to open this up, and we're going to add this one to the right. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so right there. Okay. And then I'm going to press down, and then these 2 pieces here will have a 1/2 inch gusset, and then this one also will have a 1/2 inch gusset. Okay, so those are the first 2. Now let's open this up and use the other 2. Now I'm going to cut this because it kind of bothers me a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to use the other 2. These are the 6.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to do the same. Fold along the 2 score lines, 1 and 2, and then we're going to add some glue, and I'm going to add one on the top. You want to center that in between your bending lines. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to open that up and add this next piece here. Okay, there we go. Add some glue, and we're going to add this piece on the bottom. Okay, so now we're creating this little box effect. So we have 2 going up and down and 2 going side to side. So then we're going to add some magnets to keep this closed. So I'm going to use tiny magnets, but I'm going to add a row of 3. And by the way, I do have all of my magnets and tape and glue and all of the basic supplies that I use all the time listed on my Amazon store, and the link is down below. And so yeah, so I'm going to add these little magnets. So these are the 8 by 1, which are really small, but if you add like 3 on a row or 2 or 3, they actually do hold pretty good, and then you're avoiding that big bulky magnet. Okay, so I'm gonna do 1, 2, and 3, and then I'm going to add the other side of the tape. Okay, so here we go. Put that right there. Here. Oops. Okay. The tape is super sticky. Okay, so that will go right there. And then what I'm going to do is just close this. And as we close this, you want to keep your gussets perpendicular to the table. And then we're just going to press down where the tape is. That way the tape can stay. And then let's go ahead and open this up. And I'm just going to press down here. And then make sure that it closes. And there you go. So now we have that side. And I'm going to cover that up with my beautiful paper here. I love this paper. So I'm going to start with that side. Okay, so I'm going to use this beautiful paper here. So this is going to be cut at 8.5 by, this is 6 inches, so this will be 5 3/4. So I am going to cut this down 8.5, 5 3/4. So pretty. I actually love both sides of this paper. And I'm just gonna glue this one down. Okay, and then we're gonna come back and add some more pieces to the inside as well. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm thinking I actually want to use this piece here, and maybe I can add some cardstock in there, but I really want this piece. Maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller. Let's see here. Yeah, just enough to cover the magnets. Okay. And I want to be able to see this paper from the outside. That will look cute. And then here will be for pictures. So I'm going to take off my tape right there. And then we're going to glue this piece. And there you go. I'm going to add this right here. Okay, I always like to decorate the outside of my little pages or folios first, and then see how much paper I have to decorate the inside. So I think I'm going to put this aside and work on the other side of my book. So let me bring some more paper. Oh, we do have the base here. Let me get that out. Okay, so we have the piece that is 6 3/4 by 8 3/4. So we're gonna work with that, and I'm going to do for this one, 2 pieces of 8.5 by 6 3/4. Okay, 8.5 by 6 3/4. Okay, and then I am going to do 4 pieces. Well, I have 3 here, but I think I'm going to do, okay, so 4 pieces of 7 by 8 3/4. No, actually by 8.5. Okay, so 7 by 8.5. Oops. Okay, there we go. So I need 4 pieces. I'm gonna put this one on this side so I don't get confused. So 7 by 8.5. So there we go. I'm going to again save all my scraps here, and now let's go ahead and work on these pieces. So I'm going to move this away and bring this out. Okay, so now for these last 4 pieces that we cut at 7 by 8 3/4, we are going to score at 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'm going to do 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and 2 more. Half an inch and 1/2 inch. Okay, so let's put those aside. Now for the other 2 pieces that are 8.5 by 6 3/4, we are going to score at 1/2 inch and 1. Okay, so 1/2 inch and 1. And now we're gonna put this together. Okay, so here we go. So first we are going to fold along the score lines, 1 and 2. And these 2 also, 1 and 2. And I'm going to add these 2 pieces to my base. Okay, so 1 on the top and 1 on the bottom. Line that up here. And let me make sure this is straight. There you go. And then I'm going to open that up and do the one for the bottom, and add this right here. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now we have these 2 openings up and down. Oops, this one wasn't dry yet. Press down here. And then we are going to fold these pieces along the score lines, and we are going to be adding those 1 on each side. Okay, actually 2 on each side, and you want to make sure these 2 are centered so they're not touching your bending lines. Okay, so right there. Then I'm going to add the second one right on top. And I like doing this layout because it gives you a lot of room for pictures. Okay, so 1 and 2 right here. And we're gonna open those 2 up, and we're going to add the next 2 on the other side. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna put this right here. Okay, so I'm gonna press down, and then I'm going to add the other one right here. Okay, so there we go. And we're just gonna put one on top of the other, and press down. Okay, so there we go. So now this is going to close like that. And then of course we have this piece coming on top like so. So then we're going to be adding the magnets here also. So I'm actually going to do the magnets on the top side, on the inside, and I'm going to do 3 as well. Okay, so I'm just trying to use up my little magnets here, and I am going to cut my tape, put one right there, this one, and one more. Okay, and then we're going to do the 3 other magnets on top. Okay, and the tape, let's see here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm just laughing because Mia is snoring. I don't know if you guys can hear. Mia is my dog. Okay, so then I'm going to keep my gussets perpendicular to the table, and I am going to just join those together, and again press on the sides of the magnets so I can get the tape to the other side. There we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to press down, and we are going to add our design paper. So for this page, let's see here, I think I'm going to use this one because it's so pretty. And let me go ahead and cut these. Okay, let's bring the cutter. Ooh, this cutter is heavy. Well, not too heavy, but a little bit. And so we're gonna cut this piece. First, let me take that out. So this is going to be 6.5 by 7, I believe, and 1/4. Yes. By 7.25. Okay, and then I'm going to glue this piece on top right here. Okay, so let me add my glue. And we're gonna put this, whoops, this way, right there. And then I'm going to open that up and add this other piece here on the bottom. Now again, I only want enough to cover the magnets, and then I'm going to add just a picture there, so I think up to here, and that will be about 3 inches. Okay, so this is 3 by 6.5, and of course you can use a whole piece for that if you like as well. I'm going to cut this a tiny bit smaller. Okay, and then I'm going to take out the tape here, and we're going to glue this piece. Okay, so just like that. Okay, here we go, and now we're gonna close that, and that's how that is going to look. Now let's work on the inside of these folios, or of these sections. So I'm going to open this up and open this down, and I'm going to work on this top panel right there. So first I'm going to cover that up with paper, and let's see which one I want to use for the inside. I think maybe these flowers. And so this is going to be, let me cut it this way. So 8.25. Okay. By, oh, I have to remember what this is. I think this is a little bit smaller. So this will be 6.25 maybe. Okay. So 8.25 by 6.25. And let's go ahead and glue this piece here on top. Okay, here we go. Right there. And then we're going to create a little waterfall to go on this section. So this is when we're going to use our scrap pieces. And let me bring them all out. So let's see here. I have tons already. Okay, so get all of those out. Perfect. Okay, so first I'm going to start with a piece. Let me measure the smallest one. Perfect, 4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cut 6 pieces of 4 by 4. Okay, so that's 4 by 4, and then 2 more, 4 by 4, and 2 more, 4 by 4. Okay, right there, and right here. And then we're going to use one of these pieces, and this is going to be 4 by 8.5. Okay, so let me get that straight. No, it's not straight, so let's see. There we go. Okay, so 4 by 8.5, and then 6 pieces of 4 by 4. Okay, so our long piece of 8.5 by 4 is going to be scored at 1/2 inch. Okay, so we're gonna do 1/2 inch, then 1, 2, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 3. Okay, so 1.5, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 3. Okay, so basically every 1/2 inch until 3 inches. And we're going to fold here along the lines. Okay, that and like that. And then I'm going to add my pieces one at a time right here. So I'm going to start with the bottom. We're going to glue right there and add this piece. Okay, and then the next one here, and add the next piece right there. Okay, and then we're just going to continue each one here. Okay, so here is the next one, and we're going to add it right there. Make sure these are coming out even. And then the next piece right here. Okay, and then we're going to do the last 2. Oops, here we go. Okay, right there, and this one here. Okay, so we're gonna press down all of these pieces here. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one, there you go, got glued in there. Okay, and then 5 and 6. Okay, so now we're going to create a little loop that is going to go on the back of the waterfall piece. So for that I'm using a section that I cut at 1/2 inch by 8 3/4, and we are going to score this at 4 1/8, and at 8 1/4. Okay, 4 1/8 and 8 1/4, and then we're just going to fold this, and we are going to join these two pieces together. So I am just going to add a little bit of glue right here, and then join this, and then we're going to add this piece on the back of that waterfall. Okay, so now I have this little loop in there, and I went ahead and added a little bit of glue along the top and a little bit of glue along the bottom on this back flap piece. And what we're gonna do is just glue this down here. Okay, right there, right on the center. There you go. Now I'm going to open this up, and you will see that this piece is going to slide up and down. So after this is glued, you want to slide it all the way down, and then we're going to add some glue on the belt. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but I added glue on my little belt, and then we're going to close these up. Okay, so we're going to wait for that to dry. There you go. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to slide the whole thing up from this last piece here. So you're just gonna push this last piece, and it's going to have this kind of like an upside down, pull down waterfall. So instead of being a pull down, it will be a pull up type of waterfall. So I think that's a cute little fun page. This is actually the first time I am making this. Okay, so then we're gonna close that and close this, and let's work on the inside for this other book here. So we are going to actually open all of these 4 pieces, and we're gonna work in there. So let me put this on the side, and we're gonna cut some paper. Okay, so now we're gonna be doing a waterfall, a twist waterfall, because I've been requested to do a tutorial for that. So I'm gonna incorporate it here. So I'm going to use 3 pieces of lightweight cardstock, because when I do waterfalls, I don't want them to kind of be too stiff, so I prefer to use my lightweight. So I am going to cut these 3 pieces at 5.5 by 6.5. I'm actually going to do 4.5 instead of 5.5. Okay, a little bit more narrow. And same thing for this ones. I'm going to do 6.5 by 4.5. So then we will have 6 of these pieces, since I did 3 at the same time. And then I'm also going to cut, so I'm going to do 1 piece of 5.5 here by 8, and then cut this right here, and then 1 piece of 5 by 8. Okay, so here we go. And then first let me make sure this will actually fit. Okay, yes, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to score these pieces. So I am going to start with bring out my board. So I'm going to start with a piece that measures 5.5 by 8.5. This one here. So this is going to be scored at 1/2 inch. Okay, and then I'm going to fold along the score line, and we are going to join these 2 pieces together. So I'm going to add my glue right here and join these 2 pieces. Okay, there you go. And then let's press down. Then I'm going to score the other pieces here at 1/2 inch. along the 6.5-inch side. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 5, and 6. Okay, and then we're going to fold along the score lines right here, and we are going to build our waterfalls. Okay, so again, I'm gonna fold all of these pieces. Now I'm going to bring back this page, and I'm going to add one piece here. I'm gonna start building my waterfall on the front of this page, so I'm going to add my glue and just add this piece here. Okay, so I'm keeping equal distance from the sides and the top. Then we're going to open that up and add the next one. Okay, right here. And then we're going to open this one up and add the next one. Okay, so here we go. We have these 3 pieces. So then I'm going to add one more here. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna close that up. So then we have 4 pieces on our waterfall on the front, and then I'm going to open up the inside and I'm going to add the other 2 pieces. But now this time one is going to go up and one is going to go down. Okay, so I'm just going to glue these. Okay, so I'm going to do one up here, and this one I am going to line up to the edge on the top, and then we're going to do one on the bottom. Okay, right here. Okay, and then just press down, and then we're gonna close that. We're gonna close these, and we're going to add this into our book. And so let me bring the book over. Okay, so that is the page we're using, and I also want to use a background here, so I'm going to cut this piece at 8.5 by, no, actually 8 3/4, no, 8.5 by, I think 6.5. Okay, so 8.5 by 6.5 right there. Now before I glue that down, I'm going to attach this piece to the background. So how are we going to attach this is we're going to kind of center it there, and then we're going to open this up, and we're going to open this up and open this up, and we're going to poke a hole right here on the center. Now it doesn't have to be exactly on the center. I'm just gonna eyeball mine, but you can probably measure it if you want to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little poke. So I'm poking through both of these pieces, and then I'm going to add a brad, because this is going to be a spinnable piece. And there you go. So I'm gonna add a brad right there, close this up, and we're going to secure this brad here in the back. And I'm just gonna add my tape. Okay, so here we go. And now we are ready to glue these here on the center. So I'm going to take out this piece of tape and just glue all of these down. Okay, and there we go. right here. And let's see. And as you can see here, this is a spinnable piece. So when you're looking at your waterfall, you can look at it this way, or you can look at it this way. And then we open this up, and same thing here. You can look at it that way or this way. And so yeah, I love making this type of page. And I'm not adding magnets here because all of this is going to actually be closed with these layouts on the side. And I'm going to leave those blank. I'll probably add some complementary cardstock as I'm adding my pictures in this book. And so now let's bring these two pieces, and now we're going to put those onto our book. Okay, so here is my book. Now I'm also going to be using some seam binding to add a closure here. So I'm doing this black one that came with these little mini kits, and I am going to glue that here. Okay, right there. And I'm also going to secure that with tape right there. And I'm going to glue one of these pieces. So I think I'm going to do this one here. Okay, so let me take out my tape and glue this down. Okay, here we go. And I'm just going to add that right here. So now you want to open these, that way you can press on this section. I love how that spins. Okay, so then we're gonna close that, and let's do the same on this side. Okay, so first I'm going to make sure I have my ribbon on the same place here. Okay, so I'm just gonna add that, and of course my tape to keep this in place. Okay, and then we're going to glue this section of the folio. Okay. So again, just some glue, and here we go. Okay, put this down right there. A quick and easy little folio. I don't know how we're doing on time, but hopefully we still have a little time to work on the cover. Okay, so this is kind of a little flat here on the center, but this will expand as you add your pictures on your waterfall and on the inside as well. So now let's quickly work on the covers. So I think, I'm not really sure because I love both of these pieces, and then I have some other ones that I'll probably be adding on the inside of the book. So I'll just show you what we have here. So this will be really cute for the back cover also. Maybe I'll do that for the back cover. And I love this one. Okay, so we'll see. Oh, let me take a look at all these extra little goodies that come on this kit. These are going to be awesome to put throughout the pages. And okay, oh my goodness, look at all of these. I'm actually going to be using some of these on my planner as well because they're just so gorgeous. Okay, so I think I want to do like these puffy stickers on the cover, and then this little kit also has these flowers that I might use. So I think I am going to use this for my cover, and this is where I take the most time. Oh, okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm actually going to use this, and I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use this. So I'm going to use it all. So first I'm going to cut these two pieces at 8 3/4 by 7 3/4. I'm actually gonna cut this on the side. Okay, so 8 3/4 by 6 3/4. I think I said 7, and I'm just going to glue this down. Okay, so we're gonna glue that for the front, a nice light color, and then for the back I'm going to do this one here. Okay, there we go. And oops, okay, so there we go. So pretty. Okay, and then like I said, I also want to use these sheets. Think about it. I want to do a little like area for a picture. Okay, so I cut this piece at 4 1/4 by 5 1/4, and then I'm also going to use a little piece of gold that I cut at 4 1/2 by 5 1/2, and I just really like this little gold edge. It just makes the project look so elegant, and this is going to be like a place for a picture here on the front cover. Now I'm going to also be using some chipboard to give this a little volume. So let me just cut a piece here. Okay, and I'm going to glue this to the back. Oops, sorry if I move you. Okay, so we're just gonna glue that back here, and then we're going to glue this whole piece right there. Okay, and I'm putting it to the side instead of the center. Okay, I don't know why, I kind of like that. Okay, so I'm gonna press down. Okay, and then of course I'm going to play around with some of these little ticket elements and the flowers. Okay, so definitely this one and this one here. Okay, I love the pink ones, but I'm also going to do the black one. Just do something here, I'm not sure yet, but I definitely want to use the love. Oh my goodness, so pretty, so pretty. Okay, so let's get this out, and you could also do joy, but I think this book, it's made with love, so we're gonna put love right here. Okay, and a cute little love. Oops. Okay, so I'm just gonna take out, I think that comes out. Oh no, I think that doesn't come out. Looks like it would, but okay. So I'm just gonna put the love right there. Okay, so there we go. So now I'm thinking I'm actually not going to be using flowers because I want these to open really flat so we can do the whole interactive part of this, but we can definitely use the flowers for little cards or other crafty projects. So I am going to be adding these butterflies like throughout. I think they're so pretty, so maybe I'll do this one. I'm trying to think if I want it here. Okay, I love these puffy stickers, they feel so nice. Okay, so then I went ahead and glued this down there, so maybe instead of adding the puffy flowers, we can add, or I mean the real flowers, we can add some of these puffy ones. Oh, I don't think I glued that one down. Okay, so just gonna glue this down right there, and then add some of these flat puffy stickers. Okay, so maybe I can do that right there. And then we have, let's see, hello love. Oh my goodness, that is so cute. How about we do hashtag? Hashtag. Oh, no, let's do hashtag. And then we can do joy. Okay, so then I will do the other butterfly. Well, maybe I can move this one over and do this one right here. Okay, I'll put that one over here. So cute. Okay, so I think that's it. Oh, we have more stickers to use, but I'm gonna be using this on my planner. Actually, I really like these stickers. It says good day crafty. Oh my goodness, I have to use that on my planner. And hello weekend. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think for our tutorial today for 1 hour crafty project, we are pretty much done with that. Oh, I am going to be adding this black piece, little scrap piece here. Okay, so let me do that really quick. So this will be 1 1/4 by 8 3/4. Okay, so we are just going to glue this right here. So cute. And then maybe I can add another little sticker in there. I have quite a lot of extras here, and so maybe I will do the heart. Oh no, I'm gonna do the lovely. This is so cute. So I'm just gonna put lovely. Super cute. So I really hope that you guys enjoy making this little book together with me. I hope that you had fun, and I hope that you come back next week for another 1 hour crafty project. And I want to wish you guys a happy weekend, happy Friday, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.